Hello everybody and welcome to our channel. In this video we want to share you our 30,000 kilometer adventure on our motorcycles in Indonesia. Our journey took us almost 1 year.
Indonesia is an archipelagic country with more than 18,000 islands. We started our journey here back in Bali to reach the northwesternmost point of Indonesia to the southeasternmost point of Indonesia in Merauke.
We started with zero experience in creating videos. We put the GoPro on our helmet and off we go. But you will see our improvement on our videos.
So, get your popcorn ready and enjoy the ride. You ready, baby?
Ready.
Sabang, here we come. No, I love you.
We were extremely excited. Not only a big travel was ahead of us, I also just learned how to ride a motorcycle. But with Ryan on my side, I knew we were gonna be okay. On the first day, we already switched islands and ended up at the beautiful Red Island beach on the island of Java. We liked to stay away from the boring main road, so we got to see more of the nature. The road led us through beautiful rice fields to Lumajang. Lumajang Regency is where Mount Semeru located. We heard of the eruption of Mount Semeru a few months before we started our journey, but we did not expect to go through the impacted area. It was extremely heartbreaking. Many houses were buried under a lava mud avalanche, and from what we heard, most of the victims were still under the mud. We followed our navigation and ended up in front of a Gladak Perak bridge that had collapsed. We had to turn around to find another way. It started to rain, Ryan's motorcycle had problems, we did not have service on our phones, but thanks to the locals, we found a way through the mountains to Malang. We wanted to help the victims, so we came up with an idea to start a GoFundMe page to help the victims of Mount Semeru's eruption and deliver it on our way back to Bali. In Malang, we visited the colorful Rainbow Village. Rainbow Village used to be a slum in the middle of the city Malang. Local students helped them to change the look of the slum, and with just $1 of entrance fee, we could help them to make a difference.
Mount Bromo is my favorite mountain in Indonesia, and I have been dying to show Natalie how beautiful Mount Bromo is. After riding the beautiful winding road towards Jemplang, the entrance of Mount Bromo area, we came across with a local farmer that had a problem with his motorcycle. We drove through the sea of sands while admiring the magnificent scenery of the surrounding mountains. Welcome to Bromo, everybody!
We made it!
Our luck has not changed yet. Miss Daisy broke down again, and this time we needed a tow truck to bring it to the nearest Kawasaki shop. We drove from many Kawasaki shops to the next Kawasaki shop. They finally found out in Blitar that Ryan's bike had the wrong ECU computer. After a few days waiting in Blitar, Miss Daisy was fixed and we continued our trip. We came across with a rusted and weathered bridge. Without hesitation and probably poor decision, we went through it. Nothing can stop us now. We kept following the southern coast of Java from eastern Java to Yogyakarta. We wanted to experience the nightlife that Yogyakarta has to offer. So we went to the famous Malioboro Street and there we went to get bakpia, my favorite sweets.
Yeah, kacang hijau.
Yeah.
Yay, finally! Are you happy with your bakpia right now? Indonesian people are known to be one of the friendliest people in the world. In Cilacap, we met this really cool guy, Danang. He is a fellow traveler. He understands that traveling is tiring. So he chased and stopped us to bring us 2 bottles of ice-cold water.
Our journey goes on and we drove into a perfect sunset where you could see the sun sets right in the middle of the road. The hospitality of Indonesian people didn't stop with Dana. Somewhere in Sukabumi we met these two ladies. They invited us to their home for coffee and we ended up having a big lunch with the whole family.
Really lovely.
Each time we told people that we were heading to Sumatra, they told us that Lampung was very dangerous. I was very afraid, but we didn't want to turn back, so we crossed to Sumatra.
We drove through the big national forest of Bukit Barisan, and that's the first time we met Donnie. Later, we met him again at the gasoline station and he invited us to his house when we arrived in Padang.
We were heading to Krui in northwest coast of Lampung, and it's known as a hotspot for surfers. There we stayed in a hotel where we had a whole bay for ourselves, because ever since the COVID-19 outbreak, it has been extremely quiet in the touristic areas. The ride along the west coast of Sumatra is extremely beautiful, starting from Lampung, where we stopped at many untouched beaches, to Bengkulu, and then West Sumatra, where our new friend Tony recommended us to go to Puncak Mande. There we were riding on a long winding road with no traffic and beautiful view to the surrounding bays. It was really cool. We wonder if it's more touristic now.
On the first day of Ramadan, we found ourselves in Bukit Tinggi. I don't know if you guys know, but majority of Indonesian people are Muslim. It's even hard to look for food.
Yeah, we found food. A lot of munchies.
Ramadan is 9th month of the Islam calendar, a holy month designed for prayer and fasting.
So we are hiding right now here in the dirt because it's the first day of Ramadan. We don't want to look respectless to the locals because we are guests in this country. No one can see us. Yes, let's eat.
While waiting for Donnie, his friend Debbie took us to the massive and modern bridge of Kelok Sembilan. Kelok Sembilan Bridge was built to replace the original road constructed by the Dutch government during the year of 1908 to 1914. Kelok Sembilan means 9 sharp turns. We are in Kelok Sembilan. Thank you, Debbie, for showing us around. Amazing West Sumatra. Kelok Sembilan. A huge bridge. Later, together with Donnie, we drove to the majestic Haro Valley that has a nickname, the Yosemite Valley of Indonesia, and is a part of the Great Sumatran Fault. And he took us to Istana Rajo Pagaruyung, the palace of the kingdom of Minangkabau people, and we became royals for a day. We stopped in a town called Sipoholon, located in the mountain of North Sumatra. They are known for their hot springs. There we took a chance to take a dip to recharge ourselves. We also met a group of Vespa boys that have been traveling for 8 months. They are the extreme Vespa community members. Sometimes they travel with no money in their pocket. We have the same dream, which is to reach kilometer 0 in Sabang. So we wanted to help them and we took them to shop at Indomart to get things that they need to continue their travel.
Our trip brings us to Aceh. Traveling in Aceh is not easy, especially for unmarried couples due to the Sharia law. Sharia law is a Muslim-based law. One of the laws stated that unmarried couple shall not stay in the same room.
Once in Lok Sumawe, we stayed in a hotel where we had to stay in 2 different rooms and 2 different floors.
Good morning.
But none of that stopped our journey.
Oh, yeah, we could.
And after 5,150 kilometers, we finally made it to kilometer 0 in Sabang,
Yes!
the most western point of Indonesia.
Hello! We made it!
We started to dream of making the iconic motorcycle trip from Sabang to Merauke, from the northwestern to the most eastern point of Indonesia. But for now, we are enjoying this trip.
Hello.
Hi! We're in Sabang.
Really?
0.
Are you sure?
I think so, it's written right there.
Ah, I can see it over there. Kilometer 0. Yeah.
We came back to Banda Aceh and we got to see one of the most beautiful sunsets of our whole travel. We took this chance to get to know more of Aceh and also their culture. Ilham, one of the owner of the hostel where we stayed, invited us to join him and his friends to prepare meals for the locals to break their fast. People we met on our way to Aceh told us that we have to cover ourselves while in Aceh. But our new friends told us that it was not necessary and people are fine with it, unless you are entering the religious places. And he also brought us to enjoy the famous Mi Aceh.
Racing.
Me what?
Racing.
Racing.
Yeah.
Selamat makan.
We stopped at the great mosque of Baitur Rahman, the pride of Aceh people. During the tsunami back in 2004, the mosque stood still, meanwhile all of the buildings around it collapsed.
Oh, we cannot see it, huh?
We did not want to take the same way, so we took the west coast of Aceh and we got spoiled with the endless beaches and beautiful mountains.
Wow. It's amazing.
We found this beautiful beach of the beaten path named Lok Gelumpang. It was still early in the day, but we wanted to spend more time on this beach. So we called it a day, set our tent, and enjoyed what the Mother Nature has to offer.
Our camping place tonight.
Sumatra is or was one of the biggest rainforests in the world. But as the world is getting more materialistic and the demand of palm oil rises, we started to see that the forests are being replaced by palm tree plantations.
Here you go, guys. Toba Lake. Enjoy.
We made our way to Lake Toba. Lake Toba is the largest volcanic lake that sits on the top of a supervolcano of Sumatra. There we found this camping place at Binahal Indah Resort. The view was spectacular and we spent 2 nights there to enjoy the scenery.
One more. Watch out, one more. Stay to the left. Wow.
From Riau to Jambi, we were shocked. For 3 days, we couldn't see the blue sky anymore because the palm tree plantations have taken over the area. As far as our eyes could see, we saw nothing but palm trees, and the palm oil factories polluted the sky. See, this is what he was talking about yesterday. The leftover from the fall, it become fertilizer. We reached Palembang the day before Eid Mubarak, the holiday for Muslims. On the first night at the hotel, my motorcycle was stolen. So the police is going to the hotel where we stayed last night, trying to do investigation for my bike. The two locks were gone, and the CCTV camera, oddly enough, broke at that exact moment. It was a big blow for us. With only one motorcycle, we couldn't continue our travel. We had to ship Natalie's motorcycle and took the plane back to Bali.
Welcome back to Bali. Didn't expect to go home this way.
I want you guys to meet the new bike replacing Miss Daisy that was stolen in Palembang. His name is Madara.
Ryan bought another bike as soon as we got back to Bali. And after delivering the donation to the victims of Mount Semeru's eruption, we planned our next travel to the east of Indonesia. And our bikes need some adjustment for our big trip. So we are in Bali. We want to go to Lombok, Sumbawa, and after this to Papua, and we want to finish in Merauke. Our first island crossing brought us to the island of Lombok.
Welcome to Lombok, everybody.
We have been here before, but somehow Lombok has something in its pocket to surprise us. We stumbled upon this beautiful lighthouse on a cliff.
We really wanted to go camping at the volcanic mountain of Tambora to celebrate Indonesia's Independence Day. On our way up to the camping spot, Natalie's chain and kickstand broke. We tried our best to make it down the hill to the nearest motorcycle shop, and luckily, we got help from the locals. On our way to the port, we had to stop for a national celebration, and we got to see the ceremony. The island of Flores is special for us. Back in March 2020, we met here for the very first time. Our stay there was really short because of the COVID-19 outbreak. That time we did not see much of Flores, so this was our time and we loved it.
We passed many iconic rice fields.
Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spider net.
And of course, the beautiful beaches.
It's blue.
And a savanna. We went to a cave where the Homo floresiensis lived 50,000 years ago.
We visited ancient and traditional villages. Prost! And we even got invited to a wedding. Natalie was dancing in there. We went off-roading on the mountain track, and Mandara almost couldn't make it out in South Flores.
No. The colon?
And we did the sunrise hike to the iconic volcano of Kelimutu. On top of it, sitting the three colored volcanic lakes.
We have our space here. Lucky we have our yoga mat.
Long story short, our next destination was Timor Island, and we found ourselves on a full packed ferry and had to sleep on the roof.
Yeah.
17 hours later, made it to Kupang.
Timor Island is definitely our favorite island. The island is still untouched, and some areas are not even on Google Maps yet.
Really cool.
I think we're lost.
are lost.
We got lost so many times, but each time we were rewarded with beautiful sceneries. There we saw the most spectacular beaches in our trip. Don't you think this beach looked like a Jurassic Park? On this beach, we got to ride our motorcycles right next to the shoreline for miles and miles. This could be one of many highlights of our trip.
We even drove into a bonsai forest. Who knew bonsais could grow this big? We adventured into the unforgiving mountain road with beautiful valleys.
Wow, what an adventure! That's quick.
Unfortunately, once we had to turn back because the road was literally too steep with loose gravels.
And then there's a really steep to the left there.
You think we can make it or no?
I don't want to risk it, I'm sorry.
Wow. Beautiful view.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Our time in Timor Island was spectacular, but our journey has to go on. We are inching closer to the southernmost point of Indonesia in Rote Island.
Selamat pagi.
In Rote Island, we put our tent on the beach and enjoyed the island life with the locals. The kids were so cute.
Yeah, he's dancing so good. Come on, my Rote girl. Hee
Halo, apa kabar?
Baik-baik.
Oh, where's your phone, Ryan? Oh, okay, good.
I'm wet already. Guess I'm swimming.
Silakan Nirvana. Paradise.
Look at the shape of the rock.
Mhm.
No, in the water.
Yeah.
It's a heart temple.
Oh. It's a heart. The salt water is so salty. I'm floating in here very easily. Check this out.
Oh wow.
Woohoo!
Almost there.
Yeah. Oh. This view.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, where are we?
Kilometer no.
Rote Island is the home of the southernmost point of Indonesia, and we made it here. Two down and two more to go. Our next goal is set. We are heading to the northernmost point of Indonesia on the island of Miangas. To get there, we have to go through the whole island of Sulawesi. And to get to the island of Sulawesi, we had to take 3 ferry rides. From Rote to Kupang on the island of Timor,
From Kupang to Flores, where we shared the boat with a lot of pigs.
And our bike is somewhere behind all of these pigs. I cannot even walk to our bikes right now.
And from Flores to Sulawesi, where we could sleep on the rooftop and got spoiled by the crew.
Good morning, everybody. So in the night we moved our place to here. Awesome. And we woke up from the birds and we just stopped at this island here that's Jamper. Sanket Palanga is the best ferry of our whole travel so far. With the best crew behind me.
Yes, we made it, Natalie. Hey, where are we? Yes!
We did a city tour in Makassar. We went to the central point of Indonesia, the 99 Domes Mosque,
Fort Rotterdam.
oh, we might gonna need a mosque.
and we also learned some history.
Oh, this fort was built in 1545.
And we were exposed to the bikers communities.
This place having coffee and snacks with a legend. She's the queen of the motorcycle community in Indonesia, and it's an honor to meet her. Her name is Figa.
Hi, I'm Figa, lady biker from Indonesia. If you want to explore Sulawesi, don't hesitate to contact me. Okay?
Since then, we have
Thank
never
you so
been
much,
alone
Figa.
anymore.
Tiger Club.
Hello. Next to Figa, she's the next strong woman.
The biker community in Sulawesi is extremely strong, and in Wajo we got to feel that. 2 bikers communities welcome us, and for the first time in our life, we drove in a big group of bikers. They invited us to the first anniversary of a local bikers community in Endrekang, and they treated us very well.
Saya yang berdua, sahabat baru saya, a new family, Rian and Natalie.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's so beautiful here.
Yeah.
Via these beautiful canyons, we went to Tanah Toraja.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, really high.
Wow, you guys! Oh my god! Lean back. Lean back low gear.
We found this typical Toraja traditional house turned into a guest house, and we took our time to get to know the culture of Toraja. The majority of the population is Christian, but they are still following their beliefs and traditions. Torajan funeral ceremonies are the largest in the world because they celebrate death in an extremely special way. Their funeral usually take months to prepare, and the funeral ceremony, known as Rambusolo, lasts for a couple of days, depending of the social status and money the family can spend. The Torajans believe that when people die, they remain with us and look after those left behind. A proper funeral involves sacrificing a buffalo so that it can escort the deceased Torajan back to heaven. We went to a funeral ceremony where a lot of water buffaloes and pigs got offered. And we went to some very unique graveyards.
Looks like.
Yeah. This is not a hobbit house, okay guys? These are graves.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You could see the pictures of the dead inside it.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is a grave. Wow.
Wow.
Really special, yeah?
Yeah.
It's really, really charming. We have a lot of like traditional houses and stuff.
Oh, megalith.
Wow, look at that megaliths.
They are huge.
Massive.
Yes.
This is the old one. I mean the small one here. All the way up to the big one here. Here. Look.
Wow,
There.
it's huge.
Yeah. So it's a whole rock here. And they chisel it by hand.
Baby grave.
So when baby died in this sculpture, they put it inside that big tree. It means that they are hoping that the baby will grow with the tree at the same time.
Amazing, eh? So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like a baby grave. Yeah.
And there's one on your left.
Oh yeah. And in here too. Right in there. Wow.
There is a land above the clouds where we went for camping and we met a lot of other bikers.
Oh, I should fly, huh? Look at these traditional houses. And then party fields everywhere. You guys, you don't know how beautiful this thing is. Really fun route. Recommend it for bikers here.
Beautiful forest.
Yeah. Ooh, even the power line got messed up. Yeah, raining with the shithead riding. It's slippery everywhere. Whee, another one. Oh my god, man. It's like endless. Crazy. And there. Oh my god. Yeah. This is a big one too here.
In Indonesia, the soil is extremely fertile. That's why there are a lot of
Oh my
landslides
God,
along the
that's
way,
scary one.
especially during the rain. You have to be extra careful driving on the mountains.
Really slippery. Oh wow, all the way up here. Crazy.
On our way to Palopo, we saw hundreds of them.
Look at this map. It's even written do not stop on the area. Like who the heck gonna stop here? Whee! This is the one that was closed because of this. My God. Scary. We are in Soroako. It's a mining city, the second biggest in Indonesia after Freeport in Papua, and the biggest one in Sulawesi. The whole city here basically run by the mining company, and then this is the first city in Indonesia that surprisingly following the rules of the stop signs.
Welcome to Matano Lake. It's crazy, I feel like back in Switzerland. Look at this, people are swimming here and it's clean. There's a gardener cleaning up and the water is amazing too. Oh, it's warm. It's really warm, wow. Nice. Jalan kaki. We're going for a walk.
We liked the place and the company of our new friends, so we decided to camp at Lake Matano. You could even drink the water from the lake.
It's really amazing here, it looks beautiful and I think we're gonna put our tent right here tonight.
Didn't we mention that Indonesian people are friendly? Here I met Darti, one of the biker's wife. Without knowing me, she spent 8 hours to make me a beanie as a gift.
We heard of the extreme road that connects South Sulawesi to Central Sulawesi on the region of Morowali. It's called Seba Seba. We felt challenged, so we took this route. The route was amazing, the ride was really fun, and we got to cross many rivers.
Yay, another river! Woohoo! Yeah. Let me go in first. Yay, washing our bikes again. Careful, huh? Yeah, this one is very cheap. The right side is easier. Careful. Don't lose your balance because you're losing your balance right off. Try to stay in the middle but not on the loose road. Go to the left, it's safer. Middle. That one is harder, this one is better.
There. Is it half?
No. A bit deep. Wait, I'll help you.
You're gonna get wet. Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Can you just...
Try to stay here. But there is a big one here. Keep going, don't stop. Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa!
My shoes are flooded! Ah.
Look at, it's really populated here. And
We
all of
went
them are
south
working from that
after we
mining
came
company.
out from Seba Seba towards Kendari. Again, we got into the national road of Trans-Sulawesi. With the presence of many nickel smelters and factories, the air got extremely
Look how
polluted.
much the road
Nickel
got
industries
destroyed
have
here.
taken over this whole area.
Just for the benefit of their company. It's crazy. Look, like that bridge, it makes a lot of sense. It's for them to use. But they're still using the main road too. There's a wedding celebration here.
Yeah?
Woohoo! Oh, that's the future groom there. The one in the middle with the umbrella. I think they're going to pick up the future wife.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, he's really happy getting married.
Yeah. All right.
That's really cool. I'm going to get married. I'm going to make a big traffic here.
We crossed the national forest of Aupa Watu Mohai to the west coast of southeast Sulawesi. Have you ever seen the shortest river in the world? It's called Tamborasi River. The length of the river is only 20 meters from the water source. Not far from the shortest river, there is a beautiful blue lake. You can see
Oh,
where the name is
wow.
from.
That's so blue. We are in the blue lake. Whew. Oh wow.
So cool.
Amazing. We kept on going north and we explored Poso Lake, which is the biggest lake on the whole island of Sulawesi. And it's amazing how this lake is not populated at all. We kept hearing of the similarities between Indonesian and Polynesian cultures. So we went to Bada Valley to witness it ourselves. Can you see the similarities between the two statues?
We went through a mountain forest that was controlled by terrorists. The last one was captured only 1 month before we were there. And we got to see this beautiful Napu Valley.
Black magic and the spiritual beliefs in Indonesia are still strong. We passed this place called Wentira in Kebun Kopi area just outside the city of Palu. There is an urban legend says that the whole city is made of gold and the entrance is right behind the small mosque next to the road. And we also passed the spooky mountain of Tinombala just north from Kota Raya.
There are 2 ways to get to the northern tip of Sulawesi,
Yeah, there.
North Coast and South Coast.
It's okay.
Most travelers choose to stick on the Trans-Sulawesi road, on the south.
No.
But we were curious about the north. and it was well worth it.
Ooh, we got a nice place for picnic and Ryan bought the whole bag of empanadas.
Panada.
Wow, a whole bag full.
There you go.
Wow.
Endless coaster ride all the way to the city of Manado.
Yeah, Manado. Ah. Yes, welcome to Manado, everybody. I think the one in the very far is Lapa.
Manado is where my family
We are
from,
going to,
and I have never been back there for more than 20 years. We went to a place called Benteng Moraya, located on a mountain near the city of Manado.
My family's last name is starts with an L, so we have to walk around and then look for Londong. We shall see if they're actually from North Sulawesi.
There, written on the wall, all the family names of Minahasan people, and we found mine.
Wow.
Never anyone has tried to figure it out.
I don't know. So we're on L here.
L-U. Come here.
L-O.
L-O, yeah. Oh,
that way.
I see Lintong.
Londong! Hey!
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 From there, we went to the most extreme market in Indonesia. You guys are going to see it yourself. And for animal lovers, we suggest you to skip this part. For most, this is seen as animal cruelty. But for Minahasan people, this is quite normal, and the market functions as a normal market.
Snake and boars.
Back in the days, monkeys were also offered in this market, but now it's banned by the government. Me and Natalie had a conversation and we questioned ourselves. Where is the borderline between animals that are okay to consume?
Dogs here.
Since we visited this market, we became pescatarians.
Oh no, that's the cook dog.
We spent a whole month in the city of Manado and tried to figure out how to go to the most northern tip of Indonesia on the island of Miangas.
Titiknol in Bitung, guys.
This is not our original plan to
Yeah.
get to the kilometer zero in the north, but the past month we have been trying to find a way to Miangas, but apparently there is a new law implemented not too long ago that the Perintis boat or the Sabuk Nusantara boats are not allowed to bring any vehicles to Miangas anymore.
Yeah.
Without wasting more time, we moved on to the next province. We were heading to North Maluku and arrived on the island of Ternate. The island is very small. You only need 2 hours at most to circumvent the whole island.
If you guys see this picture here, that's Tidore and Maikala. That's literally like the background from us right now. That's Tidore in the background. That's covered by the
We
cloud,
crossed to
and
the
then
island of
Maitara.
Halmahera and went right away to the island of Morotai, the land of stories. During the World War II, Morotai was used as the battleground between the Allies led by America against the Japanese Empire. We learned a lot of history, and we visited the cape where the first fleet of American soldiers shored.
It doesn't make sense for the American troops to land here because of the rocks. So yeah, that bay makes more sense.
Enough with the history, we headed back to the island of Halmahera and went to the mini Raja Ampat called Tanjung Bongo. The infrastructure is really weathered.
It's fat people dilemma, you know. Well, I think this is how am I gonna die.
but the view was fantastic.
We had fun snorkeling there and we were excited to see more of the island of Halmahera.
As we started to explore, Mandara, my motorcycle, had another problem. And this time, we had to go to a bigger city to fix it. There was a ship leaving for Ambon from Jailolo in 2 days.
Halo. Berdua.
But, unlike the usual ferries, this time we had to manually load our bikes. Let's go, Mandara, you got this. Ambon, we're coming.
The hero Paul.
Yeah. And a guitar. I think Fatima, he loves to play guitar back then.
After fixing my motorcycle, we went around Ambon, the city of music in the province of Maluku.
Hachimura is the hero from Ambon, yeah?
Fatimura is the hero from Ambon, the most famous one.
The one which is on the 1,000 rupiah
1000
bill.
exactly.
There are a lot of national heroes in Indonesia from Maluku, and the most famous one is called Kapiten Patimura. In the city of Ambon, they have a park dedicated to it.
The next island we really wanted to visit was the island of Seram. There we went straight to Ryan's uncle Adolf in Hatuhuran Resort and stayed for a few days. We snorkeled there and we saw a lot of healthy corals and fishes. And there's even a blue starfish. It was such a great introduction to the island of Seram and we were ready to explore. We went to Ossi Island and drove through the forests and mountains.
Look at this, guys.
Beautiful!
Really amazing, man. So cool. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah,
Loving our first day exploring Seram.
today is beautiful.
Yep. And then welcome to Manusela National Park, you guys. Wow, look at those birds. And this is the SS Mountain. I guess we already starting to make a lot of
Right
fun.
away.
Wow! So beautiful!
We stopped at Ninifala, a soda water spring.
Okay guys, it's ice cold. Wow! And there we can see the bubbles. Can you see it? Soda water.
There was a ship heading to Merauke in 2 days, so we headed back to Ambon via the south coast of the island of Sira.
Hello.
Where are we, baby?
We are in Merauke!
After 5 days and 5 nights, we finally arrived in Merauke on the island of Papua. The very next day, bikers from Merauke joined us to celebrate our accomplishment.
We conquered Sabang to Merauke, babe.
Yeah, crazy, yeah? Very cool.
After 2 days learning how to ride motorcycle.
An island country.
Yeah.
So many islands.
This is definitely the hardest place to discover and travel.
Yeah.
Dan Sabang sampai Merauke berjajar pulau-pulau, sambung menyambung menjadi satu, itulah Indonesia. Indonesia tanah airku, aku berjanji padamu menjunjung tanah airku Indonesia. You are so beautiful, Indonesia.
We're in! Kilometer Zero Merauke! We finished!
Yay! Thank you guys!
Finish!
Nice.
How long? 10 months and God knows how many days. More than 30,000 kilometers, 26 or 27 provinces. 24 ferry / boat rides. A lot of tears on the road.
A lot of
Laughter,
trouble,
yeah.
emotions.
Yeah. But we made it here, baby.
Dari Sabang sampai Merauke.
Yeah. We finally made it to our destination. Made it, baby.
Yay!
We completed the most iconic road trip in Indonesia.
As we thought our trip was over, our new friends wanted to surprise us. They took us on a trip to explore more of South Papua.
Wow, it's so big.
We visited Wisata 1000 Musamus, a unique termite hills endemic in Merauke.
Oh my god, this one is huge.
Wow, there's so many lions.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, so cool. Banyak, eh? really cool. I'm excited.
Merauke is so cool. Papua is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And from there, we headed to Waiau, a remote village in South Papua. Going there was such an adventure, and we felt the unlimited freedom. Mantap.
Merauke memang oke.
What an amazing journey we had, and we learned a lot from it. We are grateful that we had these opportunities.
Indonesia is wonderful, and its diversity is beautiful.
Have you been to Indonesia?